Well, we'll check right over here. If not, we'll have to go back. You know, it's neat when you're seeing things for the first time, not just the same old simple granary kind of thing. So that was pretty cool. All right, let's get moving.
Join me today as I head deep into a remote canyon, a place few ever see. Steep cliffs, narrow ledges, and silence broken only by the wind. Here we step back in time to experience the land as the ancient Fremonts once did, raw, unforgiving, and alive with traces of their world.
Hey everyone, and welcome to Rugged Road Explorers. I'm out in a new area again, and this place is pretty neat because it's a long hike to get there. It's out on a peninsula. There's no roads accessing it. Nothing's out there really. So I'm going to be heading that way. I'm going to be following this. I had to come to where this canyon kind of petered out and cross there to get on the other side to access this peninsula, which is what I just did. And as I'm walking along, I wanted to show you this real quick. It's like a cave system under there, and there's a spring right over here. Now I looked in there really quickly, and there's nothing in there. I'm sure the water comes through here and cleans that out every time there's a big flood or anything. So wasn't really expecting to find anything in there, but boy, is that a neat overhang or what. So all right, we are going to keep going. If I find anything interesting along the way, I'm going to turn it on, but it's a long hike. So I'm going to try to make some good time and get out there. So look at this. I'm just walking on up here on this this ridge, and this caught my eye right here because it's different than the other rocks around it. That's a worked stone right there. That almost looks like a spear tip. Man, it's sharp all along here. Super sharp. And yeah, it's shaped. If you look at it, it's shaped. I wouldn't bet. And you can see where it would have washed down with these other rocks too. And this is kind of where I would expect to find something like this, is out where they were probably using it. He was probably out here hunting, or I don't know. But yeah, wow, that's pretty cool. That's actually really cool. That's very cool. You can see the proximity to the cliff faces here. So, and then they got their fields out here. So yeah, it makes perfect sense. This is where I would expect to find something, not in a shelter. But hey, I'm going to snap some pictures of this. Pretty cool find, you guys. Yes. Hey guys, I am still working my way along this cliff face, looking for a way down, but it's starting to sprinkle. You can see the clouds above me, and that's not good, because this slick rock will get slick if it gets wet. Ooh. This could have been a way down for them, not me, but yeah, there's enough of an angle on there. I'm hoping up here there's a way to get down. Should be. We've still got a ways to go. Check it out. I mean, I've been walking for almost 2 hours now, and that's where the peninsula ends, right there. So we're getting close to the end of it, which is kind of exciting. All right. Let me just make sure I don't step off the cliff behind me here. All right, there you can see right behind me. I'm hoping I can get down right there. Kind of looks like it. It's been a sheer drop off all the way up to here. So let me get over there and look. But first I'm gonna scope it with my binoculars because I see right there, there's a little overhang, and then back a little bit further in this area, looks like some other interesting spots. So I hope I can find a way down. All right, I just scoped it, and yeah, it does look like I can get down there. But just scanning with my binoculars, it looks like there's the remnants of a dwelling right there. So that's excellent. If there's one, there's probably going to be more. And it's been a long walk, but let's get down there. This is awesome. All right, I just came down from up there. Whew, that was tough. All right, we are down. Which way to go? We're gonna go this way. So I just crawled through there, and we've come up to our first stones here, upright. You can kind of see there's mud here. So this was built up. It looks like that's another one there, because this stuff you can tell fell off the ceiling, but that was placed there. It's hard to tell if that was placed. But these definitely were over here. You can see everything's kind of slid down. So these are our first view of what we have here. Must have been fairly large all the way across that whole length there, but time has taken its toll on it. Can't tell if there was anything under that. Oh, what? What? Huh. Look at that. Huh. Well, we're going to go around this way. If we can't get around, we'll come back and go through here, but I guess we're at the end. So we're at the end of the peninsula coming up. Yeah. Oh, man. Look at that. Look at that. Wow. That's something. I'll scan this with my binoculars and see if we've got anything here. You know, some of our viewers have said that, talked about this being filled with water at one time, and people would move in the cliff faces with canoes if it was filled with water. And you could see that. You could see the layering here, and how this was probably filled with water at one time at some point in history. Pretty amazing. We're gonna keep going, see if we can find something. A lot of times that's how these turn out. A lot of boots on the ground time, and you don't really find too much. And especially out here where I'm searching in areas where, you know, I don't have any information, anything's out here. It's kind of just by intuition. And a lot of times there's stuff here and a lot of times there isn't. And I think this is one of those times where we found, you know, a little bit, but nothing super exciting. But I'll keep looking, keep moving along here. It's actually pretty cool. It's beautiful up here, so, you know, I don't consider it a waste of time when I get out and about like this. But it always helps when I come across things that I can bring to you guys to make it more exciting. So, all right, let's see what's around this corner up here, and then we'll start looking for a way back. So this is pretty neat. Huh. Oh, it goes way back in there. Oh. Oh, look at this. Huh. Well, this is the kind of place that you hope to find and then maybe come across something that got forgotten or left behind. Wow. So I came through there. Wow. Well, this is pretty darn cool. These look stacked. They don't look random. Go out there. All right, we just came out of there. Wow, look at this. This thing is huge. Long way down. All right, so we're on the other side. Well, from here I have a pretty good vantage point check it out. Look. All right. Yes. I knew it was going to be worth the effort. Look at this. Oh, baby. Oof. Check it out. Do you see him down there? Okay. All right. All right, we're going to work our way down. I'm going to scan the upper levels too. Oh, that's awesome. Man, it's been a long day. I've been hiking for about 6 hours. So let's get over there. So right down there are the dwellings that I found. So we're going to come over here and then move down this slide and then move into there. So, yep. beautiful here. So we're going right in there. Always when when you're doing these things, you want to make sure you can get back up. Sometimes it's easy to get down and then you're stuck. That's a bad thing. I'm just looking real quick to see if there's a way up, and I'm sure they got up that way there. I'm sure if I we'll go back there and look and see if we see some Moki steps going up, because they had to have a way to get up onto the mesa. That's where they grew their food and hunted. So it's one of these ways. You can see, man, no footprints, nobody's been here. So you wouldn't see that if you were up on the mesa up here. You'd never see that. You have to get out on that peak over there, because you can't even see it from the other mesa across the valley. So unless you're walking the cliff face, you're not going to see those. And then we're going to go over here to this slide. The other good thing about this was I saw, and I think I pointed it out, I don't know if I pointed it out on camera, some new ruins that look to be completely intact. One of them still had the roof on that I could tell, and the other one I couldn't tell. But that's exciting. So that's going to be another adventure exploration to get over to that. And I think we're going to do this. We're going to stair step it down. See, there's other things underneath there. We'll look from this when we get to these dwellings to see if there's something else, because a lot of times you can't see them unless you get in very specific locations. And that looks like an ideal spot there, but we'll see. Ha! This is so exciting. Oh, I'm glad you guys are along. Yeah. Huh. All right. First reveal coming around the corner. Is it down further? Yes. I think we're going to have to go down further here. It's going to be a little bit of a climb getting back up. That's for sure. That happens. Oop. Are you guys okay? Everybody all right? Nothing broken? We're good. Camera looks good. All right. We're almost there. Here's your first look. See it over there? Whew. This loose rocks sucks. It's much easier on the slick actually. Okay, we made it here. They're right behind me. So let's go take a look at them for the first time together. Wow, this is something. If I hadn't gone out on that peak up there, would have never seen these. So it looked like to be a 2-room dwelling. And maybe a little storage area right between the two of them. Look at that. They just formed it right into that back wall there. I'm gonna back this out just here. Yeah, it looks like this little area here was a storage area, and these little reeds, from what we've seen before, that was part of the roof structure at one time. And you can see the floors, the doors were a little bit raised off the ground. And it's really hard to tell if these were for storage. You can see where the roof came off. You see the knots right here? I'm going to show you this. I want to show you this. You see this twine right there, how it's knotted? That's where that was tied to the ceiling at one time. And then you can see the grooves in that mud there. So this was probably the mud that was sitting on top because they put the reeds down and then mud. And that's why you've got that there. And then these were the tie-ins. You've got several of them right there. Wow, it's pretty neat. Huh. Yeah, all this was part of the roof that's gone now. Here's their handprints on the inside of the wall. Let's go around to the other side. Nicely finished, and it's lasted centuries. I wonder if this was the original door for it. And it looks like this was built up a little bit at one time. Actually, this probably, because it looks too small to be the door, was probably the piece that was along the top there. Look how that big rock is over there. All right, let's go to the next one. Beautiful. Boy, it's nice in the shade. The rain kind of just sprinkled and then poof, gone. And the sun came out. This looks more like a dwelling than storage. And look how they've got the stick there. So that would be, you could put the rock door up against it and it's not going to fall through. Pretty smart. That's actually really smart. I'm going to put this on my selfie stick and stick it in there so we can take a look around. There's that stick. Let's go in from this side too. It's all open here. Wow, look at that. Look how this is curved inward at the top. That's pretty amazing. And then it's got those long rocks at the bottom there. Boy, did they really work that mud and clay. And it's held up, even leaning inwards like that. That's amazing. I want to show you this. This is a piece of pottery. You can see the lip of the pot. Pretty neat. Boy, it looks a little blackened, maybe used for cooking, but it's just simple gray, so it's probably Pueblo II or earlier time period. Yeah, so here we can really see this, how they mudded it up and brought it in. And it's still, man, it's still holding up. Blends right in. It's interesting, the two styles. You have right here stacked rock, and then here you've got these large flat rocks, and then it's just mud on the top. And really not that much, small rocks in there to bind it together. Well, I guess there is a lot of gravel in there. But it's just like a different kind of construction. Wow. Pretty neat. All right, well that was interesting. So I haven't seen that kind of construction before. All right, we're gonna look around a little bit more. It's still not too late, so I've got time, and then I'll start heading back. Again, just to give you kind of some perspective, that was where I was when I spotted these dwellings. So, yep. All right, let's head out. Hey, if you're enjoying this content, give it a thumbs up. I appreciate it. Thanks. And here's this one again, which was actually kind of unique because it was two together with kind of a storage area between the two of them. So, it's neat when you're seeing things for the first time, not just the same old simple granary kind of thing. So that was pretty cool. All right, let's get moving. right, so remember that little area I said I'd come over and check out? And sure enough, there's remains of a dwelling here. You got stacked rocks here. Boy, it got hot. Oof. Got some here. Got a nice piece of jasper there, boy. That's sharp. You could use it like that for taking the meat off hides. It's like a skinning stone. Got an old log in here. We got this. Wow, check this out. Huh. Should we go back there? All right, here, let me take this drone off. And let's see. Any mountain lions? We're coming in. Wow, it really opens up back here. Oh man. Huh. Look at this. Wow. This is huge. It looks like water runs through here though. That may be a reason why they didn't build any kind of infrastructure here, but I'm sure they used it. I mean, boy, it's nice and cool in here. And boy, are you protected. Nobody's gonna see you back here. That's just a piece of jasper. You see where the water flows? Wow. This is pretty neat. Very cool. Can't believe how high it is. So much room in here. Very nice. And it's nice and cool. I'm just on my way out. I want to show you guys this. Some little birds. Make these nests there. So it looks like there used to be something here, and it's long since collapsed. And then this one, you can still see the outline really well. Looks to be charcoal in there, right there. But I don't see any blackening on the ceiling. Interesting. And then we have a piece here that's just plain gray. And then looking back over here, I missed this when I first came by. And let's get out of the light here. That's definitely a grinding stone, nicely smooth. Obviously out of place right there. So, yep. And this is a nice flat area here. So, would have been a good spot for him. And I guess there was a big tree here at one time. Hey, I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe. If you like this kind of content, tune in every week, because this is what we do. We go out, we explore, we discover, and we try to dig up ancient history. So, yeah, thanks for coming along. I really appreciate it, and we'll see you on the next video.